And we danced all night to the best Dapp ever. Welcome people to a new episode of the Suppoman Show. Here with me, the Suppoman, father of all cryptocurrency priests, bringing you your crypto mass to deliver the best cryptocurrency shouts in the space, particularly at a micro cap level. In today's episode, I'm going to be presenting to you possibly the biggest microcap Dapp of the year. So, if you are excited about the content that's going to be delivered in today's episode, make sure that you smash the likes ASAP. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 this time round. We never quite hit 1,000 between streams. So let us try today by smashing that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We are now well over 12,000 subscribers. And hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on these streams. Because missing out, miss out, essentially. And today I'm going to be talking about something live which could be of massive interest to you. So, get yourself strapped in for a fantastic episode of the Suppoman Show. So, let me just, as you know is the case, you know is the ritual, I am just going to share this currently on ye old Twitter. There we are. Done. So, let's have a look and see who we have got in the house today. Okay, right, there we go. So we got Jimmy Walker, Saeed, Mivek, Mike Freeman, Chris Marks, Lindsay Gardner. Keep those likes being smashed as I am going through this. I am going to talk about this at 150 likes. So do your best to smash the likes up to that point. Anyway, so Mivek 10, Kimbo, Marco, Lurpak, Martin, Mike, Demore, Abdul, Jason, Kryptonian, Powell, Radek, Chris, Jacqueline, Kelvin, Faisal, Noreen, Danielson, Abdul, Christian, Abhishek, Envious, Renee Stock, Altcoin Facts, USA Local SEO, Mohammed Kana Startup, Michael Tan, Eugene, Christian A, Raf, DB, Max B. Who else have we got? Patrick, John, Powell, Envious, Sardar, Adam. Thank you very much for the 199 SWM small cap low supply. May check that out. Howler, Carlos, Martin, Jay, Annie, Craig, Walt, Light Within, Dan S, Iman, Coin Bixty, Mohammed, Marvin Films, Felipe, Bitcoin Hole Coiner, Karen, Westgate, Mayra. Fantastic, great. Karan, Tiffany Scott. Lovely, great to see you guys here. Let's see if we can get up to 150 likes, people. If we go up to 150 likes, I will share almost ASAP. Crypto Basement, Placebo Gazebo, Kickpad, Genesis Shard. No, it isn't Genesis Shard. So, where are we at? So, the Bitcoin price has literally just tanked. So, I imagine the IPO has come out and it was probably going to be inevitable that on the lead up to the IPO, the price would go up, and in the release of it, that the price would come down. As I've said, not really that interested. I am not getting involved in the IPO. It's not really of interest to me. But it would be interesting to see how the cryptocurrency market reacts to such information. So we are currently still in an altcoin season, we're in an altcoin month, and we're in an altcoin year, essentially, thus far. We are celebrating altcoins in the cryptocurrency market, and altcoins is where the opportunity lies. So bear with me while I get it up. That's what he said. Beyond Binance, beyond finance on a dip. Yes, indeed it is. Only 127 likes, people. We only need 23 more. So let's have a look and see what's doing well, what's not doing quite so well. Bitcoin's obviously down. Wazir X in the top 100. Dogecoin, Thorchain, 1625 today. IOST, Ravencoin. Really? VeChain 16 cents. Digibyte 10 cents. Utterly unbelievable. Now, let's have a look on the watch list. See what's doing well. What's maybe a good buy today. This is quite an old list now, actually. I have got to really update it. So Centaur, Indexed Finance. It is not going to be beat. It can't be beat and it won't be beat. Mute, Polka Cover, Falcon Swap, Hive. Plot X. Modest today. I just want to have a look and see what the NFT landscape is looking like and see what's making gains in that area. And let's see what the state of play is essentially with NFTs. The highest gainer is 9%. So it just goes to show that the trend really has kind of died somewhat anyway. Okay, so we are now over 151 likes. So a new project came out today. In fact, it is so new that I don't think it's on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. And I tried to get involved in this on their own launchpad. So I tried to get involved in this and it was sold out in seconds. Like literally, I pressed buy. It asked me for my 1 Ethereum that I was allowed to use to purchase. I pretty much pressed the buttons like within milliseconds of each other and I was still too slow to get involved in this cryptocurrency, and it launched the exact same day. Now, I personally believe that this particular cryptocurrency is potentially one of the power dApps of 2021, and I'm really interested in it. It is not within my absolute, it's not within my absolute optimal range in terms of what I like to invest heavy in. Therefore, I haven't invested majorly heavy, but I have invested in it based on the potential growth of this particular platform, which I think is going to go into the hundreds of millions and potentially, if they can corner the market, the billions. And that cryptocurrency is Occam Finance. So Occam is the latest and arguably based on everything behind it, the venture capitalists, the team, and one of the most pivotal characters that actually was involved in Cardano very, very early stage. This looks like it could be the definitive Cardano launchpad. Okay, Occam. So Occam have one of their dApps, which is called Occam Razor. And Occam Razor is essentially the launchpad. That is the launchpad dApp, but there are more to this, okay? So, I am now going to bring you, as I like to, just so that you have an understanding of what it is that we're playing with, because this is currently trading as kind of number one at the moment. However, it's only 5x the IDO price, which, in my personal opinion, means that this has way further to the upside. It could come down somewhat, but 5x the IDO price, it makes it very, very difficult to see that happening. So anyway, so it's available now to buy on Uniswap. So let me just let you know what is Occam Finance. Oh, bear with me a sec. Let me just get rid of that. That is just my interface for creating the thumbnail. So Occam Finance, what is it and why should you be interested in it? Essentially, Occam Finance, in summary, is a Cardano super dApp. Okay, this is one of the first and arguably one of the best so far dApps built on Cardano, or at least for Cardano. So this dApp is there to build the ADA ecosystem, to build and fund and launch all of the brilliant ideas that have been brewing since Cardano came to fruition. We understood the power of the blockchain, the infrastructure that ADA is, essentially, which is an Ethereum killer. But how can it be an Ethereum killer without all the ideas? What makes Ethereum have all the power and all of the money concentrated in it, and therefore the high gas fees and everything that essentially combines to make Ethereum a one of the super systems in cryptocurrency is the dApps, is the developers. Okay, all of this brings interest, money, venture capitalists, and everything into the Ethereum ecosystem as a whole. Cardano is one of the highest valued cryptocurrencies in all of the cryptocurrency ecosystem, but it's empty. Like, it has gotten to where it's gotten based on the promise of the most incredible technology out there. But what is going to bring the proof of the pudding to Cardano? What is going to be the proof of concept? Who is going to bring the breadth of amazing projects to Cardano? And that is Occam Finance. So, Occam Finance, in a nutshell, are a launchpad and funding solution for 3,000 plus ideas currently generated in the Cardano ecosystem. Now, Cardano have their own kind of fundraising incentive, which is called the Cardano Catalyst, but it doesn't have anywhere near the scale it needs in order to be dedicated to bringing out all of the incredible ideas that are going to undoubtedly come into the Cardano ecosystem. And that's where Occam Finance come in. Now, they are not just simply a launchpad, although a launchpad is quite exceptional. You know, a launchpad puts them, I believe, puts them in pole position, right? You've got Card Starter, sloppy, right? Sloppy. It's just, I've never invested in it. Had a chance to invest in it very, very early and never invested in it because it just did not look credible enough to actually work with Cardano, right? Second of all, the Frog DAO is just a joke, right? Now this is actually the first credible Occam Finance Cardano launchpad that there is, but it's more than just a launchpad. So they have got Occam Razor, which is their launchpad solution. But then they have Occam X, which is also the DEX, right? So how are we going to have a Cardano Uniswap Occam X? So not only have they got the launchpad, which is huge, but also the DEX to provide the liquidity for these Cardano projects to be able to trade. And then we have got the Occam DAO, which is essentially the governance structure. Now, dissimilar to most of the launchpads that came out early stage, Occam Finance have actually got really good venture capitalists behind them. And these include Spark Capital, Bixin, and Morningstar. Right, so these are three decent ones. So Bixin is actually, I personally believe they're a Bitcoin mining kind of company that have gotten involved more and more into early stage projects. I know personally, I think anyway, that they are going to be in Stratos. So they are coming to fruition with some powerhouse investments, and this is one of them, Occam Finance. Then Spark Capital, that have been in some of the really promising ones recently. And of course, Morningstar, that belongs to a personal friend of mine. And then they have got Darren Kamas. And Darren Kamas was an early advisor for Cardano himself. So he is also on the team, one of their advisors. So Occam at the moment is, Occam is 8.55, or at least was 8.55 at the time that I created this slide, which was moments before the actual video. Okay, so this is pretty new. It may have gone up slightly, but 8.55, and this was about $2. The IDO was about $2, so it's nearly at this point nearly 5x. You know, it's more than 4x, probably less than 5x, but there we are. It is 34 million. But looking at how Paid has done and how polkadot have done, essentially they're both multi-hundred million launchpads, value launchpads. And they are literally launchpads. Okay, this is a DEX launchpad and governance structure for the ADA DeFi ecosystem anyway. So yes, it's high in my personal opinion, but actually, if you think about it, the IDO was high and it was ruthlessly oversubscribed. So it shows to me that there is much more potential on the upside, and this is just launched. Like an hour ago, this was not even available, and now it is out. So 34 million could go down a little bit for dollar cost averaging purposes, but it could also, I believe, move massively to the upside. So potentially a good one to dollar cost average into. But if you have been watching me and been a long time Suppoman watcher. Essentially, Cardano, I'm one of the first YouTubers ever, in fact I think I am the first YouTuber ever, to properly talk about Cardano back in October 2017, when I brought a feature-length video on Cardano, in fact 2, just before 2018. So to see finally that they are adding pieces to the puzzle, attempting to complete this ecosystem, which at the moment is bare, it's a blank canvas, and these guys have the opportunity to paint a beautiful canvas, then I am personally, on a personal level, very, very interested in this project. Not just for gains. I am not in this for gains. I am personally in this because I am personally invested in Cardano. I have loved Cardano since the beginning, and it has shown to be an immensely valuable ecosystem with virtually nothing. Imagine how much valuable they can be working in partnership with Occam Finance. So, very, very powerful, in my opinion, this project. So, I am keen to understand what your thoughts are on Occam Finance. Is it yes or no from your personal perspective? Let's have a look and see what you guys have got to say. Hold on, bear with me. I can hear me. No, yes on the dip. I'm going big. No, yes. Waiting until it drops. Yes, no, yes. I think the same person is pretty much saying no, to be fair. Looks good. Wait for a pullback. No money for sure. Now, be very careful. Okay? So if you type in Occam... Oh, it's gone up to $11. Jesus. If you go to Occam Fi, right, I don't know if this is the real one. I don't think it is, right? This is not the real one. The real one is here. Okay, so you just literally get the Occam Finance up on the DEX tools. You copy to clipboard, go to Uniswap, paste it, import the token, and that's how you're able to buy it. Okay, so it says USDC OCC, but you can buy it with Ethereum. Okay, you just need that contract address. Do it all via MetaMask, and it's done. Yes, people salty they didn't get in. No, let's go big. No, yes. I would say that this is pretty much a 65-35, I would say. So, yeah. So, a lot of people saying we'll wait for it to drop. That's what I would do. Today is going to be the initial hype phase. I probably haven't helped that aspect of it. I have probably, exacerbated the profile of Occam Finance. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to be the last to be talking about this. So I was, and I did manage to, it firstly came out to about $18, and I DCA'd into it. I DCA'd about 9.50, 9.05, 8.30, and then it just shot up a little bit to 8.75 or something. So I thought I would leave a bit more for if this goes down to like $5 or whatever, but there's no promises that will happen, so anyway, yeah, so there we are. So that is that. So let's have a look and see what else you guys are talking about, and I have got more to share. Can you have a look at Blank? I have looked at Blank. Blank is essentially the Blank wallet, which is hiding or masking Ethereum payments, essentially. It's anonymity for Ethereum payments. Anyway, let's come off this. Anything for anything else? Where can I buy Stratos? It's not available to buy yet. They are still private. They're still in private. Dex tool seems to be used a lot. Happy is sluggish lately. It is sluggish. I mean, I'm not going to lie. With a lot of cryptocurrencies, it takes a little bit of time, because let's face it, in the cryptocurrency market at the moment anyway, it is a highly competitive field. Many people are wanting to be always moving in in the cryptocurrency market. They are always wanting to be making profits. And so, oh, Harry's in the house. Good to see you, Harry. He's away at the moment, so I'm glad to see you turning up. Yeah, so with a lot of projects at the moment, particularly even really promising ones, and with that I add Convergence to the pile. With very interesting projects, at the moment there is literally so much competitivity for the altcoin noise. Okay, there's a lot of altcoin noise, a lot of cryptocurrencies going up, a lot of new cryptocurrencies coming out via launch pads, and they are getting the lion's share of attention until the next batch the next day get the other amount of attention. And so things that have come out relatively recently kind of get forgotten a little bit. But from what I can see, Happy still maintains a very good cap to trade volume ratio. Essentially, the market cap is around about, what, 8 million? With trade volume of 1.5 million. So I would make that around about 5 to 1 ratio. About 5 to 1 ratio. So that's still, in my opinion, pretty high. Do you think Beyond Finance can recover? Yeah, I do think that they can recover. I think that I think people may be a little bit scared of Beyond Finance, but I think it's going to shoot up. Let's have a look. Too many coins, too diluted a market. It is absolutely right. It is very much so that. And what I will say is that with that, it makes one, not me necessarily, but it makes one pretty despondent about their personal investments. Because certainly, with April being such a huge month in terms of the altcoin season being at 92, which is the highest it has been since last summer, essentially. And yet, probably the biggest spike we have seen this year has been through from January across February to the beginning of March, where we saw a hype phase for DeFi and a hype phase for NFT and a hype phase for launchpads, and we are essentially seeing those narratives causing the coins within them to absolutely spike. But now the hype phases are drawing to a close, and there's nothing necessarily that's fueling the narrative. What seems to be the narrative is it's kind of randomness. It's kind of just like, maybe low cap coins and sometimes large cap coins. Everything is kind of getting its time and either thriving or dumping, but there doesn't appear to be any clear narrative. So you can't look at a batch of projects and see, try and invest in micro cap DeFi or micro cap NFT cryptocurrencies. So, so at the moment, there is a bit of despondency in it. But as far as I am concerned, if you love the project, and that is a question I would like to put to you, is do you actually love the projects you're in? Or are you literally looking at them in terms of value and gains potential? If you are looking at them purely in value, if you're looking at the price and gains potential, then it means you're not really in love with the project. If you love the project and what they are looking to achieve, the pain point they are looking to solve, then you will be patient with the price. And that is what I have found in my years of investing, is that the ones that I invest in, I actually personally like and want to see thrive, and I'm passionate about them, and they do ultimately, if they are quality, they will rise to the top. And a lot of the ones that I've invested in has been. Suppo, can you look and can you please review Roya? I will check out Roya. Lisa Marie, I can't be in the chat today, being mummy to my little one, not feeling well, but wanted to show you love and remind the peeps to show love too with a like spike for the one and only. So yes, if you could, I would truly appreciate how close we can get to 1,000 likes, because I've got another one to potentially bring you in today's episode. So if you really want to smash the like, then smash it up with vigor. Sam B. Thank you for the $5, Sam B. I stupidly bought the wrong OCC before you advised. Unfortunately, it was only a small amount, but it is in my wallet now. In jeopardy of being hacked? No. It literally would just be the case that it depends on how much liquidity there is for that particular coin. It depends on if somebody is willing to buy it off you that is also thinking they're buying the right coin when they're not. There's the risk that you are potentially selling something that you will find no buyers for. But you have got to be very careful with what you are buying in crypto. It literally is the case on Uniswap. You never know if you're buying the right coin. But the best way to find out if you're buying the right coin is to literally either go to the go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, get the contract address, copy it, send it over to Uniswap, or go to the Telegram community. Now, the problem with Telegram communities at this present time is that there are fake Telegram communities that are peddling the fake coins. So you sometimes think you are in the right community, the legit community, buying the legit token, but actually you're not. You're buying the wrong token. Okay, so yeah, you've just got to be very, very careful that you quality check what you are doing and don't just buy at speed. Okay, so yeah, so I hope that you managed to get money back for that. Blair Miller, hey Super, can you check out DOS Network? It's quite an old oracle. Like, I'm not really that keen on old oracles. I prefer new ones like, yeah, like Happy and like, what's that new one? Is it, what's it called? It's like called Doracles or something. I can't remember. But it's something like that. But those are what I'm interested in. Hey Super, opinion on ACDX. They're VC backed. I wasn't aware that they have a launch pad though. Let me just have a look at that. ACDX. Yeah, this is a VC backed cryptocurrency with very low volume at the moment. Let me just have a look on their Medium, see if there is actually anything regarding there want to be a launch pad. Private rounds NFT project, God Temple. God Temple's second project, AC Ventures. ACDX backs launch of venture capital funds. Still to announce launch of AC Ventures. Oh, okay, so it's a little bit like, and it doesn't sound like it's a launch pad. It just sounds like they're getting involved in the funding, like NGC, a part of Neo, and they've got a venture arm. Let me just have a look. Filter announced launch of AC Ventures, new initiative to actively invest in early and late stage blockchain cryptocurrency startups. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a launch pad though. Saito, can you check out Saito on Polkastarter? I love you always, forever, near and far. I don't know what an ABE would be for Occam, to be fair. Like, that you can have one, but whether or not it's realistic is another matter. You know, if it was to go back to its IDO price, that would pretty much be a bulletproof entry. But I would say anything in the $6 region could be insane, actually, because that would only be 3x ICO. Containing a boat. Boat. That looks like it. Yeah. And we danced all night to the best app ever. Okay, so Saito. I don't really see the point in covering Polkastarter projects. They never go anywhere. So, question: got leaner? Any thoughts price-wise? No, because I haven't really looked at what price it's traded, what prices was the IDO price. But what I will say though is that Mina is going to absolutely blow the roof off. It is going to blow the roof off. Not a joke. Like, all I can say is if you got in a private sale, it will never go down to private sale price ever again. Lindsay Garner, I hope you're feeling better. You do sound it. I completed another one of your courses today. Great. Thanks, Suppo. I was great. I learned lots. Thank you very much, Lindsay. If you wanted to take one of my courses, if you wanted to take the course that has got my whale app in it, make sure that you go to the link in the description. It is cheap and it's only for 3 more days. So once it comes out of that, I can't offer it. Solving the Infura problem. Saito is a Web3 Foundation grant recipient that runs blockchain applications directly in your browser. Okay, so it's basically decentralized dApps ran from a browser like Chrome, I suppose. The network pays ISPs, internet service providers, instead of miners or stakers, allowing Web3 projects to self-fund infrastructure. Allowing Web3 projects to self-fund infrastructure. That doesn't really make sense. Instead of passing costs to predatory monopolies like Infura. I don't even know what Infura is. But anyway, Saito powers games, communication tools, social media apps, other data, and bandwidth-intensive applications. Come with full support. Full support. Okay, that's good. Open, peer-to-peer, app development. So this looks like... It looks like they enable people to build dApps and launch dApps via them. It looks okay. It does look okay. I do imagine they have got NGC Spark, AU21 Block Sync, Master Ventures, and it looks like Genesis Shards, and Moonwhale. The thing is, right, is that they will get into this because it's easy for them to get into. I don't know how much I necessarily like it, but it does seem interesting. Essentially what they're looking to build is things like MetaMask and things that can run in your browser, applications that run in your browser, allowing you to do all sorts of maybe DeFi functions, maybe buying and selling of NFTs, all sorts. Could be anything. Could be games run from your Chrome browser. I don't know. But, it sounds good. But there are a lot of builders out there right now. A lot of builders. Thoughts on Work Quest token? Let me have a quick look at that. I think I have looked at it, and I think I probably thought it looked pretty shit. WQ. Oh no, I haven't looked at this. Let me have a look at this. 1.4 mil, 116K. So that's 10 to 1. Integrating DeFi and recruitment. So this is a bit like Hive, I guess. Global end-to-end jobs marketplace. Let me just have a look and see. So this is 1.4 mil. What's Hive? 6 mil. Okay. Could have a little bit of room to the upside. Not a huge amount. Global end-to-end marketplace powered on smart contracts. Get a job or find the right executor. I'm not going to bother watching a video. Tackling skills, mismatch, fragmentation, data vulnerability, trustless escrow. So I guess payments, I suppose. So without an agency, this is a direct employer to employee relationship without an agency, but kind of having WorkQuest as a decentralized third party, I suppose. So this is how they get matched through this engine, but they are not necessarily taking any fee for it. So the worker is essentially like a DAO for a recruitment agency, I imagine. Decentralized payment provider is interesting. It is really interesting. It's extremely low market cap. It says DeFi. It's not really DeFi. Okay, it's not really DeFi. I've got to say, because they have a payment element to it, they class this as DeFi, but I would not class this as DeFi. I would class this more as a DApp with payments that kind of enables the relationship to run completely autonomously. Partners, DeFi Wizard, probably helped with building it. Backed by Kairos Titan Ventures. It's not bad considering that they have got Titans Ventures. And I wouldn't even class them as a low cap, but as a low tier. But I see them in various projects, same as Magnus and same as Kairos. So it might not be completely an unfounded... This may over time kind of 10x, I would say. Over time, maybe the long term. certainly would go up in a bull market. It certainly go up at the bull spike at the end. If you think about it, this could go up 10, 20x, but it would be probably over a long time, I would imagine. Let's see what else. BCUG, yeah, I mean, BC Blockchain Cuties, I imagine, seems to be an okay competitor to... It's not really a competitor. I wouldn't even class them as a competitor. It's more like a poor man's Chain Guardians, I would say. It is coding is the best way to learn hacking, from what I've seen. Okay. There was another cryptocurrency that I wanted to bring you, which I wanted... Oh, hold on. Did somebody just say Labs is tanking? Because if so, I didn't buy a huge amount of Labs for the purposes of dollar cost averaging into it. Oh, 4 cents. It's gone down to 3.9, which is pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. This is great for the future. Let me have a look at Unmarshall as well. Say you love that forever never stop. $5. Utterly ridiculous. Now this is, in my personal opinion, one of the best Oracle plays. That's it. Zaracles was what it was called. Zaracles. Now this is extremely low, I imagine. 6.3 mil. It's quite a high token price. I'm not very keen on that. And it's also around about 30-to-1 ratio, which is also not great. But it's not been around ages. It's only really been around since this December. So yeah, I think this is going to go up massively in DeFi return of DeFi season, which is probably going to happen in a couple of months, I would imagine. A couple of months, I think we're going to have probably full-scale DeFi again, but a kind of better DeFi projects this time. Super, we saw yesterday 2 big sales, Mina and Sear. Do you like any of them? Yeah, I very much like Mina, sorry. I don't mind Sear Network. Seems to be okay, but I don't like the tokenomics, so not interested in it. That's pretty much coming out at about 100 million. What is the point? Said, get sup Super, get well Lisa. Got in Mina, any thoughts? Oh, I think I answered that. Sorry, I answered that. Okay. Now, something I'm not going to review at this stage, but I will kind of bring you, because it will allow you to do your own kind of research on it. Now, yesterday, I brought you... Not yesterday, it must have been a few days ago. I brought you this. Now, this is a cryptocurrency absolutely smashing it at the moment, which is the Bitcoin Standard Hash Rate token, which is essentially a tokenization of hash rate, which enables one to profit from hash rate of the Bitcoin, of the hash rate or hash power going into Bitcoin. Now, this has already moved into nearly being a $500 million market cap. So it shows you that there is a profitable element to getting involved in these hash rate tokens or tokenization of hash rate or hash power, right? So this is concentrated on a Bitcoin, and like I said, 586 million market cap. Now there is a competitor to this, which is the Ethereum hash rate. It's basically tokenizing the Ethereum hash power and enables you to profit essentially from the Ethereum hash rate. So that's Mars. It's currently 6.4 cents. It says that it's got a market cap of 1.8 million, but actually it's a little bit higher. Okay, so if we just have a look, it's 149 million circulating supply as opposed to what says here 28 million. So the market cap is actually more around 9 million. So still very, very micro cap, But there is potential here because this is a relatively new project. It came out kind of just before the DeFi spikes in around about December. It came around about, I think it was January. It came out during the midst of DeFi spikes. Now, Mars is essentially a DeFi token, right? Because it is a way of staking and getting involved in liquidity staking as well, or liquidity mining in order to profit from the Ethereum hash rate. So essentially what happens is that you buy this token, you stake it, and you get rewards in Mars and also wrapped BTC. Now, one of the reasons why I'm particularly keen on this, because this is, the competitor to this is essentially 63x the price of this. So this is 9 million, and then you have got the Bitcoin standard hash rate token, which is nearly well over half a billion, right? So this is 63x less the price, concentrating on Ethereum, and it seems like they're the only ones that are kind of enabling for people to get involved in a DeFi stroke hash power protocol, right? So another reason why I'm particularly interested in this is because of who the investors are. So their investors include Fenbushi Capital and FBG, and these are two of the biggest names. And then we've got 3 arrows. So let me just consult my VCs. So 3 arrows, I would say, borders on low tier VCs. Low to mid tier VCs, 3 arrows. Okay, so 3 arrows capital, FBG and Fenbushi Capital. So some big ones in there, and I think possibly getting involved in this project because they have seen the kind of proof of concept with the Bitcoin hash rate token. So anyway, so this has had 2 big spikes. This has gone up to 30 cents. Okay, it went up to 30 cents at this point, and then it nearly matched it again. But since then, it has had an enormous dip. A dip that has taken it really to one of its lowest prices. So this did go from 30 cents to 4 cents and then back up to 28 cents. So there's a potential 7x there just to get to its near all-time high. So it's pretty low cap value, and it has got major VCs behind it, and is a way of profiting. Of course, if you don't want to profit, then it's just simply a case of getting into the governance token and watching it potentially appreciate over time. So anyway, there we are. Yes, so something for you to look into and see if you see any potential, because how the people that mainly benefit from the hash rate are miners, okay? They are the ones that really get the rewards in the mining of cryptocurrencies. So this is a way of the people getting some form of reward, having an involvement in the hash power involved in the mining process. So anyway, yes, there we are, people. So now you have got 2 projects to consider today. CEN. So, any last questions? I only want to make this a relatively short video today. Unmarshall moving very slow. Any price predictions? I think this can go I think Unmarshall can go very high in my personal opinion. But I think that it needs to kind of weather the storm of this incredible kind of new token phase where it just seems like something new's coming out all the time. A lot of money gets concentrated into the things that are new, and then the things that are very, very promising and have come out recently just tend to go a bit stale. But the money will find them because people will accumulate. If people have brains, they will accumulate the hot projects like labs. Literally just a few. Let me just bring up labs, okay, just as an example, because very, very recently there was a consensus that labs had a lot of value. People saw there was a lot of value in the value proposition. Come on. People saw that there was promise in this, and they took the price of it. It's not coming out. Bloody retarded. Anyway, so people saw that there was value in Labs Group very, very recently and took the price up to, you know, what, 12 cents, maybe even higher? Let me just have a look. 14 cents this went up to 18 days ago. So people did see the value at the time, but then what's happened is that because of all these new tokens and because of stagnation and people essentially that got involved in this wanting the quick wins, they take their money out, they take their profits out, invest into something new, and it essentially takes that coin almost right back or lower than it was. I'm personally happy with this because I wanted to buy Labs Group at 4.5 cents. I got into it at 4.3 cents, and now they've given me another opportunity to accumulate this at a low, which I will keep doing because eventually the money is going to fly into this project. It's going to well over and exceed its previous all-time high of 14 cents. Suppo, can you check out FWT? What is FWT? I think I've checked this out, and I think I thought it was shit. But let me just have another look. Doesn't hurt to check, I suppose. It's 10 to 1. Pretty, not very good. Check out Push. I will give it a try. What about Convergence? I still think very similar. Come on, Orbit. Hurry up. Thing forever to load up, for starters. Thank you, Diraj Reddy, for the 300th like. Yeah, I remember this. Total returns on the world's top investment products for everyone. Asset management platform. The assets grow on every single trade. It's quite similar to Cook Protocol. And probably a little bit more, and probably a lot less exciting than Cook Protocol, I would say. Somebody said check out Roya. What is Roya? Oh, Royale. I've checked this out before. Wendy Tunnicliffe? Seriously? Is that really you? An old watcher of Suppoman's videos is back in the fold. I don't know if anybody remembers Wendy, but yeah, she is here. So this is currently a 3 to 1. Actually, this is probably more 2 to 1 ratio for Royale, but it's not really blown up. This is very much a DeFi play. And it is not DeFi season, but it shows you that there is potential money flowing around in this cryptocurrency, which could be accumulation funds. Who knows? Cross-chain DeFi solution. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this has had quite a lot of coverage from other cryptocurrency YouTubers, and it's not gone anywhere. Like, it's still 6 million, and despite, you know, what it purports to try and be, the website itself looks utter cancer. It does. I mean, you know, when you compare it to the cryptocurrency projects that are exciting and at least make an effort to attract VCs, this is very, very low quality. I guess at the end of the day, it's more about substance than style, but I kind of like to go for the full package on this. On cryptocurrencies I invest in anyway. This is 12 cents at IDO. Where is it now? 44. So it's 4x'd. Not really gone anywhere, I've got to say. Do they have any venture capitalists? And again, this is kind of concentrating in the gambling area. Gambling, casinos. I hate those. Like Wager and Edgeless and all of those things. Mahanad! Suppo, miss you, man. I miss you too. Hey, Suppo, you've got many of us who've been around since 2017. Good to know. I am glad. Suppo, man, better than that martini. Right, okay. So, I think that is it for today's episode. I've looked through the suggestions, the coin suggestions, so thank you very much for providing them. And I will be back, hopefully, tomorrow with another episode. So, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I hope that you've seen two promising projects. You know, I think that we get a bit spoiled in the Suppo chats that I am always bringing up projects that are, you know, kind of... Thank you very much, Chris Rose, for the $3.99. I am very much kind of bringing you quite a few micro caps, like real strict, staunch micro caps that are kind of like $1 to $10 million. I really do like to bring those to you. But in some cases you can't. And for instance, in the cases of something like Occam Finance or Occam Razor, I personally really love this. Maybe it's on a subliminal level, but I really do like this project. So yeah, I am on a personal level very interested in the Cardano ecosystem growing, and I hope that this will be. It certainly seems at this moment the most credible Cardano Dapp and Cardano Dapp builder for the future. So I personally hope this one succeeds. Anyway, thank you for being here, people. I shall revert back to the Church of Suppotology to offer you the body of coins. Amen. The blood of the weak hands. Amen. So, I will see you again tomorrow, people. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you like this video if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. It is lights out, all out. In the Garden of Eden, baby. Oh, Jesus, still alive.